Time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Southeastern Super Late Model Series. Presented by Simply Whatnots and Moneymaker Motorsports. Like them on Facebook and give them a follow. Now, let's join Captain TV at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It is the world's fastest half mile. Some will call it the eighth wonder of the world, or there's so many different nicknames for the concrete and fun that is Bristol Motor Speedway, as we welcome you in tonight to some fantastic racing. Short tracks Thursday night here at the world's fastest half mile, Bristol Motor Speedway, as we get week number 9, I should say, of short track Thursday night underway with Bristol in Little Bristol, as I like to call it. Tonight, the Super Late Model is going to run Bristol, and the Tour Mod's going to be at Southern National Motorsports Park. But we start here, Bristol Motor Speedway, with the Super Late Models. 69 degrees, half-mile track here. It's 72 down there on the track, but the temperature is always at Bristol. It's really high for attitudes and so much more. It is going to be a fantastic show. These Super Late Models are screaming down these straightaways, running lap times about as fast as the Cup Series normally. And that is going to put on, a fantastic show this evening. I am the captain. We welcome you in here on a Thursday night. Hopefully you've enjoyed yours so far as we broadcast live from the LMCgear.com broadcasting booth. Thank you to Jim Herrick and LMCgear.com for sponsoring us here in the broadcasting booth this evening as we get ready for some great racing on, again, this world's fastest half mile. The cars are out there on the track, getting a couple more minutes of practice out of the way, and then we will be out there qualifying. As you know, in this series, they do 3 qualifying laps, and that will set the field here as we seconds left of qualifying. So we will let that go on, and I think we'll have a little heat race also, because they do have the certain amount of cars on the field will lock themselves in, and that will set that all up for racing here tonight. Shout out to this guy right here. Look who's on track. Pete Polini. You might have heard the news a couple weeks ago. Pete, unfortunately, battling cancer right now, and he got a little bit of an opening tonight, and he said, you know what, I'm coming racing. So shout out to Pete tonight. We'll be, even though we're not supposed to be biased up here in the broadcast booth, I'm being a little biased tonight. Let's go, Pete, man. Go get yourself a victory. That would be totally awesome. I would love to see that here this evening. And there's Pete right there as they're going to go out here and do qualifying. And as you know, per the qualifying, which we're actually going to throw up the ticker up here at the top, qualifying down there at the bottom, if it goes purple, that person's the pole sitter, or working on being the pole sitter tonight. If it goes green, they're running a fast lap. If it goes yellow, not so fast. Not as fast as the first lap. Let's watch Polini get out here and run some laps here in this 77 car. Laps around here, they're running about as fast as the Cup cars right now. Right now, Chris Gilbert on the pole. You're going to see some different names tonight. Mike Verstappen just jumped up there. But you're going to see different names this evening when it comes to the grid. And I'll explain that here in a few minutes. Part of it has to do with some recruiting that they're doing for a series coming up that'll start next season. Others are for just drivers that have been here and stuff like that. So let's take a look at the super late model points as we enter tonight's race. You'll notice a couple names missing. Ricky Howe's not here tonight. I believe I have not seen Peyton Howe's name, so he's not here tonight. So the top two in points are not here. Now, Ricky is not here because he was suspended actually for the situation that happened last week with him and Matthew Telder, so he will not race at all this evening. Peyton Howe Not sure why he's not here. Yeah, so we'll look at that and see how that all situates itself this evening. But also, speaking of Ricky Howe, also Matthew Telder will not be racing this evening also. So let's throw that in there. As Andy Moore chimes in, he's playing some Fortnite with the old nephew. Nothing wrong with that, being a good family man. His nephew probably the age of 5, standing at about 6 foot tall already, since Andy's like 6'10". But Andy, good luck with Fortnite, and I want to see some videos of you dancing. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there now, please. That's all I ask. But appreciate all the viewers watching tonight, and yeah, I'll go ahead and throw out a big announcement, because that's how I am. I like surprising people. And I'm going to throw it out there, coming up here in later on in March, on Saturday nights. As you know, I broadcast the USRC, what will be the Grand National Series coming up, starting this Saturday night at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. But before that, I might have another IndyCar series. That's all I'm going to say. There's going to be an IndyCar broadcast starting at 7:30 each and every Saturday evening. So you're going to get a double header of race. Andy's 6'10", Jay. We're going to get a double header of racing. That deal was just finalized here, and I'll let them announce it over on Discord first in their league, and then after that I'll bring it out here to ours. But just know there will be a doubleheader of racing come Saturdays here starting later on in the month of March. That is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so the top 12 cars have locked themselves into the field. That brings the rest of these cars into the heat race, which pretty much everybody's already in. So that's not really going to matter when it's all over with, but what is going to matter is me trying to figure out these names, because we got some interesting ones this evening, and I get to do some learning here. So let's start with the 23 car, Joey Ladesseur. Yes, that is a French name. He'll start next to Drift. Jacob Gladulich there will start second if he even decides to grid. Ken Zames, he'll start next to Kyle Klotz. Then you got Luke Daniels there in the 98 car tonight. Bo Carl, Mike Duria, and Barry Brooks. So some of these cars might grid, some might not. We'll see. Here they all come as they will grid here for the 11 laps around Bristol, which should take all of like 25 seconds, you would think. But appreciate the viewers watching this evening. Hey, 11 so far. I like it. 3 thumbs up, which is good. And I am, if you're asking me how tall I am, I'm somewhere between 6 foot and 6'5", depending on which 7-Eleven you walk in. So again, these cars, they have no tire changes at all. The only time they'll be pitting is if for fuel fixing. You can't fix fuel. Fuel pumping and for fixing of damage. Forgive me for a second. Let's drag that over. There we go. So the 23 car of Ladesseur there in the inside lane. That red and black and white Mr. Radiator super late model going to bring them to the green flag as we get ready for some heat racing. It's more of a fun little race here for these cars. You can take off whenever you want to do here. Drift on the high side there. The green flag is out. These cars, again, running laps around here about cup speed. If you run a cup car around this track, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ken Zames up to second, pass for third. There goes Luke Daniels inside and Drift. Sometimes he drifts falling back on purpose. It's Kenny Zames to the lead. Look at this. People want to start in the front are going to work their way up. People want to start in the back are going to fall back. And pardon me if I'm noticing that. Is this low line racing at Bristol? What? Everybody running the bottom here. did announce that that the dirt race, dirt, going to be coming out on Bristol this coming week. As there goes Daniels to the lead. Luke. Oh, easy. And that, I'll fix that camera between races. If you're going to destroy the car, I guess do it now. Daniels leads here, 4 laps to go. Again, this is a doubleheader series, so tonight we're at Bristol, and the track I call Little Bristol, Southern National Motorsports Park. In North Carolina, the track is, I think it's 0.4 of a mile, banking a little bit lower than this, but it drives just like Bristol. Look at Drift, the Georgia boy. Snellville's his home. Down into turn 1 and 2, you see the 42 of Bo Carl coming off pit road. You see 98 protecting the bottom. Drift said, all right, I'll just go up here. And he is going to lead the white flag lap here. Can he win it? He's got the lead. Drift going to take the high line of spin off 2. Oh, no way! He spins off 4 and Lattisaur wins. Well, if this is how this is going to go tonight. Oh, boy. I got nothing. He just Dale Earnhardted himself at Bristol. Pardon me for a second. I'm going to fix something really quickly, if you don't mind. I'll try to do this. I don't like to edit this stuff, but I keep forgetting when I race that I mess up the cameras in car. I want you guys to have the best shot possible. So give me a second here. Go back down. Thank you. Well, that's not very nice to say up in front there. For those reading the front rear bumper, that's I think that's Nick Jezebowski's car. There's a joke behind that. There we go. So basically, in an episode of Family Guy, Gilbert going to get EOL. So the new drivers in the series all getting EOLs here. That's just part of the rules. But basically the thing behind that is there's a Family Guy episode where they talk in French. And apparently the word seal in French is a word that in the F-word language of English you can't say. So I'm not going to say it. So that's where that word comes in. It's actually spelled that way. So that's what that joke is about. So. All right, Jordan Tanzel, Pete Polini going to be the front row now. Mario Ercoloni, Matt Zaccardo, Tyler Catalano, Michael Benedetto, Michael Steffen, Richard Benedetto, Luke Daniels, and then the stage winner, Joey Lattisaur, going to start there in the 10th position here. We get 1 to go. 100 laps or 45 minutes. Whatever comes first will make up this race here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Up to 15 viewers tonight. I like it. And as always, I like to say, tell 2 friends, tell 2 friends. If you're a new viewer tonight, hit subscribe and go let your friends know, or if you got family or whatever, if you want to let them know, they can come watch this channel. Home of racing, soon to be all 7 nights. I have a feeling by probably April that'll be the case. So here we go. The 36, Jordan Tanzel. Kind of a surprise pole sitter tonight. Going to lead him to the green here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's do some short track racing at the world's fastest half mile. Oh, contact in the back up there. And more contact. Dirty ass spinning. And that brings the caution out. See any heavy damage on Benny. Oh, never mind. 32's got a mashed in front end. roll that beautiful beat footage and see what happens. Starts there. Oh, Gru gets in the back of the 32, and the 42 gets a piece. Bo Carl. That brings his caution out for the first time. You know what? The 32 locked the brakes up, and 91 had nowhere to go. Boski does a great job of checking up there. Caution out here for the first time this evening here on lap number 1. Quick fix real quickly. For some reason, I have to talk to the SDK Gaming guys about a couple things. One, I got a couple of requests I want them to do to maybe help them or help us with the broadcast. But two, I noticed that like the track map doesn't want to cooperate sometimes, and so that's why I have to. It seems like every session I have to go in and kind of regroup it or remake it. I shouldn't say remake. Reopen the program. That's the word I'm trying to use. And because of that, there we go. Going to go back racing here at lap number 4 of the 100 here. Short track Super League doubleheader. And how about Pete Polini leading this race? The young man who unfortunately was diagnosed with cancer a few weeks ago, made the announcement, stepped away for a couple of weeks. And he is out here kicking everyone's tail right now, leading this race at Bristol. If anything will make Pete feel better, it's being out here with his friends. That's very cool to see. And we wish Pete nothing but the best there. Babylon for third. Tyler Catalano, the 1 car. It's actually the 11. Now on the bottom, making the pass on 4. So the bottom line showing its work a little bit here. Here comes Michael Benedetto running a special Captain TV paint tonight as another car scrapes the wall back there off turn 2. Inside the 60 car, Max Carter loses spot. Oh, that orange car. That's Richard Benedetto smacking the inside wall. Richard continues on. And battle for second is Tyler making a move here. You are barely out of the throttle at this track, and you see the 41 Ercoloni making a pass. The Rejuvenate model there. Or Crocodile, apparently it's called. That was a new term today. The Crocodile. I was like, what? I've never heard of a Super Elite model called a Crocodile. Back here, there's the boss man, Michael Steffen, following the 60 in Sicardo, right in the 7th. We got Gru back there in the 8th position. Seems like the whole team is there. Usually running captain paint schemes or resemblance of them. Apparently it's Captain Appreciation Night. Just here I'm here to make this fun for them, not for me. Down the apron, another car against the wall. What's wrong with Ercoloni? Appreciate it. So Polini leads Catalano, and here we go, the fight for the lead. Here comes the 11. Oh, gets a little loose down there in that apron as they come up on the back bumper or drift. make the move. Tanzel looking pretty good. How about Michael Benedetto? He made a comment that he looked good. He felt good tonight. And here he is running into the 25 car in the 4th position. Mike, who has been kind of a struggle this season for that man. On board with the captain car. Drift going to go a lap down here. Oh, hold on. Get out of Benedetto's car before it causes issues and he yells at me. Sam Fontaine has worked his way up to the position. Oh, and now into the wall. Two fast laps complete here, only the one caution so far. And right on cue, the second caution comes out, and that is Michael Steffen, the boss man, has been involved. Looks like Luke Dale. Oh, and another car clobbers in. Here comes the 52. And and a warp 4X for somebody there in that monster car. I think that's Joseph Sefton. Let's see, let's swirl that beautiful beam footage and see what happens here. Ahead here, looks like. Laps car of drift there, and you see, I think Sam hits the wall. Goes to the bottom groove here. There in the high side. He is going to just drift down into Steffen. They both hit the wall hard. And then about 6.5 minutes later, here comes another car. Do, 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 do. Bang. And then that guy warps. So caution out for the second time. Luke Daniels going to bring his 98 to pit road. So they are running a the sort of old Bristol, and what I mean by sort of old is obviously this is the new Bristol, but the newest Bristol now on iRacing has one pit road. It is the long pit road that you see in normal racing. Tonight they are using the dual pit roads, kind of like the old school track. So either they'll be pitting on the front stretch or the back stretch, which with only 20 cars in the field, they all will be on the front stretch here right now because there's 21 front stretch cars. How do I know that? Because I've run plenty of races at Bristol and have learned I do not want to start worse than 21st. See cars leaving pit road again. No tires in this series at all. What they start with is what they got. You see the 11 down there. I don't know how to call it. I mean, basically, apparently, where there's rubber out on the track, it cools down the cars, tires, and gives them more grip. Apparently, it's an iRacing thing. I don't really think it works in real life, but as you know, people trying to find advantages. Matthew Telder watching tonight, unfortunately not in the race this evening. So great, one to go this time by. Bellini, Catalano, Tanzel, Benedetto, Fontaine, your top five. Zaccardo. How about Ladisur? He is up to the 7th position. Jazabowski in 8th. Ercoloni in 9th. And Brooks there in your top 10. Already quarter distance in. Bellini catches Tyler sleeping. He's gone. 0.6 of a second as we get the restart here on lap number 28. Cars starting to matriculate their way up to the high side, it looks like. Wrong button. There it is. Battle between teammates as Fontaine gets around Benedetto for the fourth spot. So after being a part of that first caution, Sam Fontaine has worked his way back up through the field, going for third. Don't make Gru mad. If you've ever seen Despicable Me, you'll know what happens. Oh, contact, 36 climbing the wall. Ledesor is going to go by. I guess he can. I was about to say, can Fontaine catch Catalano? He did so and makes the pass for second. Going to bring Benedetto with him. So the Moneymaker Motorsports team is going to work tonight. So Catalano falls to fourth in the hands of Ledesor. Benedetto so far. These guys about 0.6 back. Looking over at Benedetto. Let's see how hard he's working here. Looking pretty focused. And I think we got issues for Michael Steffen. Around again, so not a good night at Bristol for the boss man. And now the third caution comes out. Issues for Kyle Klotz, the Monster Energy number 18. And that brings out caution number 3 here at lap 36. Let's see what transpires between the 18 and 669. Accident just a few minutes ago. Oh, 18 gets the wall and takes Steffen with him, and Benedetto wanted to follow him. So Mike probably not a happy camper right now, needless to say. We're actually going to do something really cool right now. I just listened to him say a couple words really quickly, and I think this is a good opportunity. Let's bring the man up here and talk to him, shall we? The man we're going to cheer on a little bit tonight. We're not supposed to be biased in the broadcast booth, but he's definitely one I'm cheering on this evening inside my head. I won't do it on the microphone to respectfully, but Pete Polini joins us. Pete, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I'm with you. How
Pete,
you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good, man, and I know you've had a tough couple of weeks. I think I can speak for all the viewers. We are glad to see you here tonight. I know you got a busy schedule coming up in the near future, but just wanted to check with you, man. How's everything going, and how much fun you having so far on the track tonight?
Oh, this is a blast. I've missed racing with these guys. They're awesome group. And we're at one of my favorite places, Bristol. So I'm not going to miss this, you know. So I'm really happy to be here. It's a little disappointing.
I love a fresh set of feel good
had a lot of fun
now.
watching you guys, and you guys have been putting on a good show. So always entertaining.
Well, and obviously coming up after this, we'll go to Southern too. So it's like a little Bristol. How do you feel about that track?
Oh, I had to have it's a lot of fun there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make that one. I got a spot for my Road to Pro for our team, one of my team guys, so right. I don't want to leave them hanging. But otherwise, it'd be a lot of fun. So, yeah, things are looking actually pretty decent. I might have a couple more weeks I can pop in before I'm going to have to go down and stay for a couple of months. But, you know, and the overall things are actually looking pretty good for what it is. We got it early. We found out it's stage 1. So, yeah, I think things are on the right side here. So, not ideal, but could be much worse.
Well, I mean, we wish you the best. I know obviously it's a tough situation. I know probably emotionally and stuff. And we wish you nothing but the best. We'll be praying for you. And again, I speak for all the viewers and everybody. And you know what? While you got a quick second here for me, you're going to get one to go here probably. Send shout out to if you want to, man. Give yourself a shout out to whoever you'd like.
Honestly, everybody in here. These guys have jumped right on it. They've been supportive all the way. So I've got to give a shout out to everybody in Short Track Super League and these guys here. And of course, I got to get the sponsors in quickly. CGE, Phantom Graphics, McConey Setup Shop, and Martin Sports. But I really appreciate all the support, and the biggest thing is these guys and you and all the viewers that are out there pulling for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we got your back, brother. Best of luck, and go win this race.
You got it, Chris. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, you too, buddy. Pete Polini there joining us. We'll move him down to where he was. And that's a fan of CGE channel, so we'll get him down there as he will bring him to the green flag at lap number 41. Fontaine going to jump up to the second position. Going to bring Benedetto with him. Catalano to the fourth. Sort of your top five. Someone who lost his father 3 years ago to cancer. Sucks. I want to say another word, but I can't. With the PH. But you know, Pete's going to fight through this. He's going to win this battle. So let's definitely keep him in the prayers and stuff like that. He can whoop these guys, tail in Bristol. He can win that battle. Look back here. There's the 23 under attack from the 60, who's got Jezebowski back there behind him. In that 82 car, this is a battle for the 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Starting to put some pressure on the 77. Sam looking to kind of pounce on the point battle tonight. A lot of these cars tonight, this is their chance to make that move and get up there in the points and have a chance at this championship. One punch smacking the wall in the back front straightaway. That's Ercoloni is now on the inside wall. Going to be okay. It looks like the field's starting to spread out. These tires starting to get some wear on them after about 50 laps. Start seeing who's saved their tires up a little bit here. I kind of gave some advice to some of these guys tonight because I've actually run Bristol plenty of times in Cup cars and trucks and Xfinity cars. And the secret of, I mean, it's not really a secret of Bristol because it doesn't work 100% in the race every time. But the one way I run very well is I actually turn my steering ratio all the way up. And usually after about 30 to 40 laps of racing and wear on the tires, I can get up there in that top three faster than other cars. Not only that, you can the bottom and pass cars. And that's because, you know, with the higher steering ratio you have on these cars, the less you can turn the wheel a lot, but it's not turning the wheel, if that makes sense. It's a slower reaction when you turn the wheel. So we'll watch some of these guys who might come up through the field now on the older tires and see how they do, like Fontaine, like Jezebel. Oh, big wreck here on the back straightaway. Landasor's gone around. I saw the 23 or the number 11 of Tyler Catalano. He has spun also. That could have been a lot worse than it really was. Caution number 4 at lap 54. Let's see what happens here. Kind of oh, you see Catalano gets loose there, but no harm, no foul. He saves it. Car's got a pretty good sized spoiler on it, so you can get it. Down turn 1. Catalano getting a little loose there on entry. Still loose, trying to catch her, and he's just going to get into the 23. Set him up with a wall. The 60 nowhere to go. The 82 nowhere to go. That started all the way back at turn 1 when the, and somebody just took the cone out, drift. Man, look at that tells you right there the banking at Bristol. I mean, I always try to find little things. Watch the cone. This tells you how much banking is at this track. The cone, when it gets hit, right there, is going to go all the way up to the top of the track and literally is going to fall down the track because of the banking. Watch this. Bink up the track, and all of a sudden, let's just start flipping back down the track. Maybe. Oh, there it is. And, of course, this track's not even as banked as high as it used to be. It used to be 36 degrees. Now it sits at 28, I believe. So next week, the Tour Mods will be here at Bristol because their schedule here in the last few weeks actually follows the Super Late Model schedule. So they'll finish up here at Bristol on their finale next week. Leaving pit road. Now, between races, as always, we'll do a little short intermission and get everything set up for the race at Southern. The good news is I have cameras set up there already, so I don't have to go hauling tail and trying to figure out what's going on. Next week, these Super Late Models is actually going to be a 5 Flag Speedway in Pensacola, Florida, for another 100-lap feature, and that'll be the finale in a double points race. That could definitely create some drama, as we like to say. So should get one to go this time by lap number 58 of 100. Again, if you're a new viewer tonight, hit that subscribe button. Let me go check Discord real quick to see if the announcement's been made, see if I can make it to you guys. I wanted to wait for them to find out word before I make the word. Nothing's been said yet, so I can't say anything. Anyways, here we go. I mean, I can say it, but I don't want to so, which I did invite them over, but they don't know why. Green flag is out. Fontaine second there behind Pete Pellini. Down to that straightaway. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. And hopefully everything's well. I saw you were working on some things. It's okay to say the word homework. Work before play. 45 car here. Chris Gilbert making his debut tonight. Chris, I think one of the recruiters for the ARCA series that's going to be coming up here starting in a couple weeks, the 25th of January, or of March. The ARCA series is going to be coming in on Thursday night. It's going to be a one-race night, one series, but ARCA racing on tracks 1 mile and shorter, except for 2 weeks on the schedule on a road course and a super speedway in the ARCA cars. So that is going to be interesting to see. First time they've run those cars. Watched an ARCA race on iRacing. Those cars, in my opinion, are some of the funnest cars to drive. They're pretty much the old Cup cars from back in the day. Tanzel to the inside of Jezebowski. There's a game of Scrabble for you. And makes the pass. Here comes Michael Steffen at 669, coming back up through the field after a couple wrecks. Getting past the 41 of Ercoloni. Here comes the 51, who is a lap down. That's Joseph Sefton. Sponsored 51, that is. Bellini still leading by 0.3 of a second over Fontaine, who's got 0.2 over Zames, who's got about a second on Michael Benedetto right now up in the front, so you're not really missing anything. Other than Chris Gilbert kind of working his way up here a little bit. We were out to up, caution back out as we were about to go on board with the 45. Caution out for the 5th time, and I think it's for the 52 of Richard Benedetto. Richard not having a fun night. That drift up here behind him, the 14 car. Can't get to his inside there. Oh, and drift gets in there. Nice save. Oh, I thought he saved it. Never mind. Right in front of Catalano. Right in front of the 18 there. And caution out for the 5th time. This series has what they call hammer points for drivers. So basically, if a driver causes any kind of incident or contact like that, for example, I think drift will probably get a hammer point. If they get a certain amount of points, they actually get penalized by the series. So a little bit different than what you see in most iRacing leagues. But definitely one way to try to control cautions. And I am going to step away for one quick second. I'll be right back. All right, had to fill up on a drink real quick, so. So any new viewers tonight watching? I'd like to throw a little shout out there to those guys and give your name a shout out. You know, a lot of the viewers I've seen in chat so far, which by the way, I do talk to you in chat, so if you would like to chat up, I know there's people. I'm not one that likes to insult other channels because I respect everybody who broadcasts out here on iRacing and stuff because they all do fantastic jobs and it takes a lot of work to do. But there are some I've noticed that don't chat with their viewers much, but I'm one that does. And, you know, Drift King obviously is in the race tonight. Watching, of course, Andy, who usually races, but he's probably over there doing the the floss with his nephew right now. We got Jason watching, my manager. I promised I'm not going to say that because last time I said this once, I ended up being late the next day for work. Peyton watching tonight, usually racing, probably would be leading right now if he was here because he's a pretty talented young man there. Matthew Teller, he would probably already have 3 EOLs right now, but he's watching tonight, unfortunately out tonight. And yeah, so there's some viewers there for you. Also, I did this last night in the Great Lakes Sim Racing League. If you have a Twitter page or something, if you want to throw an @ over in the chat, I will grab my phone right now and follow you on Twitter. Which mine is at Captain. Matter of fact, I'll type mine out right here for you as we get ready to come back to green with Pete Polini leading this thing. There's mine right there. Ah, Andy's done playing Fortnite. Did you floss too much to break a hip? Or did you do the that dance where you Antonio Brown does it in the Pizza Hut commercial? Is it the shoot? The shoot, I think it's called. Fontaine trying the elevator move down to the bottom there. How about Ken Zames up to 3rd? And guess where Ken started? If you guessed the back, you are correct. Started dead last or close to last, 18th. And here he is up to 3rd. As a matter of fact, last week, it was mentioned in the bonus points because they give out bonus awards to those who can have the highest place finishing position without incident. They actually get a prize. And then also the driver with the highest move in the race. So basically if you go from 18th to 3rd or whatever, then you actually get a prize for that too. Ken Zames likes to purposely start in the back and work his way up. He likes coming from the back to the front, as he said. He actually got disqualified from the awards last week because he was accused of actually sandbagging because he ran laps of like a minute on a short track. Really got that figured out. Got a pretty close battle here. Can Polini hold him off for 20 more laps? I don't know really what Fortnite is other than I've seen the dances and things. I'm going to be honest with you, I probably will never play Fortnite. I'm too old for Fortnite probably. Maybe, then again, I say that now, and my daughter's 2 years old. I'm pretty sure in about 3 or 4 years, she'll want me to play Fortnite with her, and here I am going to be daddy pulling a hamstring, calling out of work because I'm playing Fortnite. Fortnite, what, version 5 probably at that point. Hey, look at this 45. Chris Gilbert coming in here in his debut. Sponsored 45 car. No offense, Andy. He's got the 45 looking pretty good here. Got to let him borrow your paint. Running in the 4th position, Benedetto there in 5th, but Gilbert is, this is one of those guys that I talked about saving your tires. He's done that exactly, and here he comes later in this race with the best of the old tires. See if he's able to work this bottom, because now everybody's moved up to the top. You see the tire rubber building up there in that high group. Let's see, Zane's going to drop to the bottom. Let's see if he can make a move here. Oh, he's going to get tight, a little loose. He'll turn the wheel so much. Uh-oh, I think we're going to get a chair flip here. Oh, caution out. Caution is out, and it is for Joseph Sefton, who's taking his 51, or at least I thought he took it to pit road, but he is going to be the caution here for the 6th time. I think we're going to get the chair flip from Andy here. And a little wee from Mercoloni. That might have been a, hey, I'm not happy with you right now. First one of the night. Up. I guess I could have guessed this. Sefted into the back of Mercoloni. And let's see as Ercoloni's going to come back here. Here's the 41 coming back and saying, dude. And the virtual middle finger right there probably just came out for the 41, or for the 51. Either that or you put the fist out, the old Three Stooges Y iota. And just contact there. I think Ercoloni keeps it off the wall here. I don't see other than what he already had on the nose, so interesting. So 13 laps to go now. Can the CGE 77 go to victory lane? Does Fontaine have anything for Pete? So all these guys running down on the apron now. I kind of explained it earlier. It's a way to, I guess, these short track cars potentially get an advantage. And there's a term out there for it. I won't mention it on the air. Unless somebody mentions it over chat, but you know what I'm talking about here. I guess it's not really cheating, so to say, but it's... as you say, race car drivers find ways to win and get advantages, and I guess that's one way you do it. I don't know how much it works and how much it don't work. You can see all the tire rubber. Look, all the rubber down in the bottom of the track here. That's pretty much what they're doing. They're picking it up so it cools the tires down. Andy's like, dude, this ain't happening tonight, brother. Andy's got to have his 4-5. Might as well run laps while you're out there, Andy. Get some laps. Get an advantage. I want to see you get a victory tonight. All right, so 9 laps to go. We'll go back racing here. Let's see if that 45 is going to be one to watch. This 45 of Chris Gilbert. He has definitely been the best, it seems like, on the older tires. So let's see if he can get past the 90 and go after Gru here, or Fontaine in that 91 car. Good restart by Polini as we go back racing with 8 laps to go. And look at that 45 to the outside. Gilbert going to make the pass. See if he clears him. Ken slides up a little bit. Tight. Here comes Tanzella at 26. Gilbert almost clipping the wall there. That's the way you get around Bristol right there. Makes the pass for 3rd. Can he get up here to 2nd now as Tanzella goes for 4th? Out there that is fighting any kind of either deadly disease or any kind of a disease or a disorder or something like that, let this tonight be an example of anything as caution comes out. But I'm going to finish my point here because I want everybody to know this. No matter what you're fighting out there in the world, okay? If it's coronavirus, if it's cancer, if it's any kind of a disorder or some sort. You can do anything you put your mind to and put your heart to. And this is the example right here. Pete Polini has led almost, he's led every lap tonight, I believe, of this race, okay? This man just a few weeks ago was diagnosed with cancer. And he's out here, and I'm just going to say it point blank, he's whooping this field's ass. And this is the example of why you should never let anything hold you back. All right, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to make this a sentimental thing, but it's like, you know, this is something that it's a hobby. It's a sim racing hobby, and this guy is out here having fun tonight and is dominating this race. And that's cool. And I have a feeling something like Kyle Petty. Anyways, I feel like that is a cool situation that has to be talked about, because I do know I have viewers in here that have disabilities, and some that, you know, have family members that are sick or have been sick or have lost family members to a sickness and that kind of thing. So I hope you guys can take this as motivation. And don't let anything bring you down, and don't ever think you can't do anything. There's a guy that just had feet surgery over in the IndyCar series that I broadcast for on Monday nights, and the dude's been out there racing on a road course with hand pedals as his gas and brake. So, I mean, there's so many things you can do if you put your heart to it. So I just want to get that out there now. Yeah. So we're going to get a green-white checker finish here, which means we'll get a green flag. If the caution comes out, we won't have a white flag. We'll get the caution and regroup up. We do have about 4.5 minutes left in this race. We'll get the green flag, and if the white flag comes out and they get to it, we will finish this race under green. right, pace car is going to pull off here, and we will go racing. How about Drift back up there in the 9th position now? Jezebowski up to 8th. Ercoloni still there in 10th. So cars have fought their way through the field here. Michael Steffen back up to 7th. Let's see what happens here. We'll come back to racing with 2 laps to go. And Polini with a big jump on the 91 of Fontaine as we go back with 2 to go. Green, white checker. Coming to the white flag. Final lap here at Bristol. Does Fontaine have anything for him? He's not close enough. Pete Polini, you go out there and have fun, my friend, tonight. This flag is for you. You just won Bristol. Nice job, Pete. Fontaine 2nd. Zames 3rd. Gilbert 4th. And Jordan Tanzel's 5th. And you know what? This is freaking awesome. Like I said, I'm not one that pulls for favorites, but this kind of deal, I'm putting the rules aside. And the old Polish victory lap. Just looking at stats really quickly here on Pete's first win here in the Super Late Model Series. Is a series that just started, obviously. This season is a 6th start, 5th top 5, 6th top 10, and led his first 100 laps of the season tonight. Those 100 right there. So nice job on Pete's part there, getting his first win of the season. Let's go get this man. I know he's got a big smile on his face right now. And let me get to the right channel, get this all set up. All right, let's get Pete up here in the booth as he has climbed out of his number 77 car and celebrates with the fans and stuff here at Bristol. Pete, nice job. Congratulations. Dude, you just went out here and whooped this field's ass.
That's one way to put it. I mean, I wouldn't know if I'd go that far. You know, those guys were right there at the end. Sam, Ken had a good run, and some pressure early on there from you guys. I mean, it was got to be exciting, right? And I don't think it was boring, that's for sure.
Well, Bristol always puts on a great show, but you went out there, you led all the laps from the outside pole, did what you needed to do, and you know what? You went out there and had a good time, and that's all that matters tonight.
No, it was a great time. These guys are always a good group to race with. Like I said, it's not going to miss Bristol, one of my favorite tracks on here, so I had to come out and make sure I gave the guys an honest run tonight, and it was nice to pick up a win in the Super for this series as well.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing here, we'll put the racing aside here. I know we're going to keep this positive and stuff, but yeah, I was just talking for a few minutes under that last caution, kind of trying to throw a little inspirational message out to the fans, because let's face it, we got viewers out here that have their own personal battles and stuff. If it is, you know, cancer, unfortunately, or if it's the coronavirus, or if it's anything, okay? Obviously, you're sitting here and you've got a battle on your hands, and you just came out here and had a good old time tonight. And explain how your mindset is not letting something like that block you from coming and having a good time.
You can't. I understand. A lot of people have circumstances, and
right.
You know, all you can do is take what comes, and you know, be ready to fight when the time comes, and make sure that you do keep it on the positive side, because attitude has a lot to do with everything, no matter what you're going through. So, you know, anybody that is going through anything out there, it's best advice I can give is make sure you look up. It helps a lot.
It's a great way to put it, man. We appreciate you coming out. I know you got some things you got to go take care of. Go spot for your buddy there in the Road to Pro, go get him a victory. That'd be pretty cool to get 2 wins in one night as a spotter and a driver. So great job. Send your shout outs, man, whoever you like to, bud.
Hey, absolutely. Captain TV, you, Chris, you do a great job. All the guys in the league for looking out for me. Let's see, I want to definitely get my mom and dad in there too. My dad was watching. This was a throwback paint to a car my dad and I ran for many years. So nice to get that done in this paint job too. So shout out to them. Of course, the Gallant Engineering, McConey Setup Shop, Phantom Graphics, Martin Sports Apparel, and Shenandoah Shine. I'll come on board. Appreciate them.
Absolutely, man. We'll go enjoy the win. Go have some fun this evening, and we wish you nothing but the best. You're in our prayers, and we plan to see you back at the track soon.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Chris. I'm looking forward to the next one here. I'm going to try, if I can, when I do go down, I'm going to try and bring at least a headset and a laptop, and maybe I'll be able to join you for commentary for a couple races at least, if you'd have me.
The door is open, and tell the nurses, get the connection ready.
This is happening.
There you go. It's happening. Done deal right there. Door's open. So
that's right.
Nice job, Pete. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, thank you.
We'll
see you soon, bud.
You too, sir. Yes, sir. We'll definitely let's keep him in our prayers. He's gonna win this battle just like he did this tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's hit the right buttons here, Chris, and let's go get our second place finisher. We'll Sam right there, as we'll bring Sam up here. Sam, nice job tonight. Second place finish for you this evening, and a great comeback. It did not start off very well for you, sir.
No, it was fun though. Changed a little bit the way to race tonight. Trying to be more patient because starting from the rear. So yeah, it was fun.
Talk about the battle there with Pete. You and Ken, and then Chris Gilbert come up there with the older tires. Was working pretty hard to finish fourth. You had to fight for that one, and did you have anything for Pete at all, or was it just kind of a track position type thing? Talk about that.
I think the factor that I restarted from the rear cost me a little bit because I had to fight some guys like top 5 to pass them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that cost me a little bit of something, and I catch a wall like 2 times, and it bust my right front. So maybe didn't help me a lot, but at the end I didn't have anything for Pete. He was riding like super well the top line where he should run, actually. Like the best line to run to save tires and be fast here was the top line. So he was doing it super well. I was just trying to catch and wait my moment if he do any mistake, and it never come. He did a super good job.
Well, great job on your end, brother. And go send shout-outs real quickly, whoever you like to, and we'll go off to Southern.
Yeah, everyone in Moneymakers to be there. It was super fun race again. You for the broadcast, of course, and Stefan for putting the league together. Do a really good job, even if he has to take some decisions that they are not really easy. He's doing a super job.
Absolutely, and I can speak from being somebody that's helped run a league in the past and continues to admin another league. It is not easy at all to tell somebody, hey, you got to sit out a week, or if you got to remove somebody and all those kind of things. Those aren't fun. So nice job, Sam, and congrats. We'll see you here in a couple minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. And that is Sam Fontaine. Let's see if Ken has come in here. He might I got the other room opening up as we talk here, so you might hear some cars in a second. That's only because I'm opening up the other room right now as we're talking. I do not see... Let me get down here in these rooms. I do not see Ken. So we'll just go on, and we'll go take our break here, and we will come back and get you ready for the green flag at Southern National Motorsports Park in North Carolina here in just a couple minutes. Kenly, North Carolina, to be exact. That is coming up here on Captain TV. Delivering awesome custom racing paints for your iRacing car or team, specializing in open wheel formulas like the IndyCar, Indy Pro, and USF 2000s. Let us work our magic on your sprint car, Outlaw, NASCAR, or any car you want to stand out. Additional services include logo design, custom helmets, suits, and graphics. Message us on Facebook at Globex Racing Paints to discuss your project today.
It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Southeastern Tour Modified Series. Presented by Simply Whatnots and Moneymaker Motorsports. Like them on Facebook and give them a follow. Now, let's join Captain TV at Southern National Motorsports Park.
A track that I like to call Little Bristol. If you go to Wendy's, you get the Baconator and you get the son of a Baconator. We'll call this track tonight the Son of Bristol. Southern National Motorsports Park here in Kenly, North Carolina. That is where we are for Tour Modified Racing. And week number 9, I should say, of Tour Mod Racing on this 4/10 of a mile oval. That is, high banked and all just like Bristol, literally. We are going to have some fun here tonight for some great racing. We welcome you back. I am the captain. And we hope you enjoyed that first super late model race. We've got another event here. And the main event, I guess we'll call it, of the evening, the Tour Mods. Getting ready to do some racing here around this awesome high bank oval. As you see, lap times around here already at 13 seconds. So they are hauling all types of you-know-what around this track. And going to be a lot of fun this evening. As they qualify, let's take a look at the point standings for the Tour Modified Series. And Peyton Howe leads the points over by 39 over Sam Fontaine. But as I mentioned earlier tonight, Peyton not here this evening. Got some other obligations he's working on. The fourth place guy in points, he's not here tonight also because of a situation. He's actually sitting out the next 2 Tour Modified races. So he's done the rest of the season pretty much, is Ricky Howe Jr. And you see Benedetto, Kern Beckler, who's not here this evening. Pete Polini, of course, just winning that super late model race in a very cool story there. Drift and Ken Zames there, your top 10 in the point standings as qualifying underway. They'll get 3 laps to run their fastest lap of the race, as we're already 2 minutes in. Right now it's Joey Ledesor on the pole. So Joey looking for his, didn't he win? No, he did not win the pole, I'm sorry, for the first race. He's actually tied with Catalano. But the difference is over in the thousands category. Ledesor ran a 29 and Catalano ran a 30. So there's your difference there right now in those 2 laps. Fontaine there in third. Coy Haslow over here in this race tonight. And Ronald Redmond Jr. in the 77 as Drift is being drift on the back straightaway. So looks like we'll have 18 cars start this race. So we'll have a little bit of a heat race here, as we will get everything set up. As a matter of fact, during the heat race, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Never mind, it showed up. I thought I wasn't going to have a map. It does show up for us. So, all right, Matthew Telder is in this race. Okay, I thought he was out this race, but it was only the late model. So Telder's in this race alongside Logan Frazier in the 83. There's a debut for him tonight. Ken Zames in the 90 car. Richard Benedetto in the 52. A lot of these names were in the first race this evening. Of course, Kyle Klotz and Michael Benedetto will round out the field. Let's talk about upcoming schedules this week. Tomorrow night we'll have the night off as the BPRL guys are in the middle of their vacation time before their season comes back. And their first race actually will be Sunday, April 11th. Will be their first race as they come back, so we'll take the next month off of on Friday and Sunday nights. And then Saturday night we return the USRC Grand National Series, which, oh, by the way, might have a sponsor. I'm just going to say, I'm working on a deal right now on that end. I'm actually going to talk to the guys as soon as I'm done with this race and get that all squared away. That'll be Saturday night at 9:45. We'll come on the air, and at 10 o'clock we'll get the green flag from Texas Motor Speedway. 120 laps of racing there in the Grand National, or the Xfinity car. And Sunday night again we'll have off. Monday night we'll come back for the third of the Triple Crown IndyCar series from TI Racing at Pocono Raceway. So that should be a fun race coming up Monday night. That'll be at 7:45. Tuesday night we'll take another night off. So I'm actually getting some nights off here during this little bit of a period. And then Wednesday night will be with the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series at Iowa Speedway, and then we'll come back Thursday night in the finale of this series. So a lot of racing coming up here in the very near future. Just waiting here. They should roll away at any minute. There we go. So you definitely can see the comparison. I mean, obviously it's not concrete, so you can't fully compare it to Bristol, but look at the way just you go into the corner in the high banks. It's a traditional short track here. This is a really fun one. You're right back off the banking onto the straightaway. And they'll do 10 laps of heat racing here. So Reese and Ryan Azell, I believe that is, did not grid. I think one of them is the actual admin, and I could be wrong. All right, pace car pulls off, and here comes Matthew Telder, going to lead him to the green here at Southern. All 2 gears in this car, so that gets up to speed really quickly. These cars, very high downforce. A lot of mid-corner speed on them. And not really fast down the straightaways. I will put it out there like that. They're fast, though. Zames with a 13:55 just now. Fastest lap of the race. So that just shows you. Just take a lap here in one of these cars if you've never done this before. If never driven a modified. That is a clear piece of nothing in front of his face. There's no glass. There's no windshield on a modified. There's just that netting, which is actually, what is that? Not metal. It's not plastic either. I forget what that's made of, but there in the center of the car. But there's no window here. You could reach out there and touch the carburetor if you wanted to. Well, it's a little farther out, but you know what I mean. As you see, Frazier, who's making his debut tonight, Logan putting some pressure on Telder here. 4 laps to go. Telder might be getting tired of that Goodyear car being behind him. Get it tired, Goodyear? Ba-dum-bum. Ken Zames starting to roll up here on the second place car. Remember, we had a almost side-by-side finish at Bristol in the heat race. Till drift Dale Earnhardt himself. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. White flag in the heat race. Let's see if the 83's got anything for him. He's going to give him the chrome horn in a heat race. Oh, he's going to get loose, actually, and lose momentum. That's going to hand it to Telder. Somebody give that man an EOL. Telder wins the heat race. But the good news, he gets to celebrate for all of about 2 seconds. 1-0. Let's go to the main event. So it looks like we'll have 18 cars start this main event. So Joey Ledesor in the Mr. Radiator car will start P1 there alongside him. Tyler Catalano in the full send, number 64. Samuel Fontaine will start there in the 3rd position alongside him, going to be the 87, Akoya Haslow. Ronald Redmond Jr. in the 77 will start there in 5th alongside Matt Sicardo. Nick Jezebowski and Michael Steffen there in row number 4. Jacob Gladulich, a.k.a. Drift, will start next to Peyton Talbot. Good to see Peyton back in the field. Mario Ercoloni and Andy Moore, who got in here really quickly so he could have his number 45 back. Matthew Telder in the 2 will start next to Logan Frazier. These are all the heat racers right here. Ken Zames, Richard Benedetto, Kyle Klontz, and Michael Benedetto going to lead him to the green for 90 laps of racing. And they're gridding still. We still got a minute. So let's do this real quickly. I'm going to take advantage since it's not throwing the map up there for me again. Let's go screen for... of course, they're going to roll off now. But we'll be back before it goes green. Stand by 1 second. I don't know why I got to do this every time, but I have to. Ta-da! There we go. Appreciate the viewers coming back watching tonight. Had what, I think it's all 16 at most during the super late model race. Got 9 watching right now. Hopefully we can get that number back up. I know a lot of people probably left during that first race. Here we go, off of turn 4. Pace car pulls in, and the 23 going to lead him to the green flag here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Zaccardo way up the track. Going to cost him a couple positions. I'm sure you guys want to hear the race card, right? I realize that. One of these days I'm going to learn to keep that button on. Oh, we're already off the pace back here is the 18 o'clocks. And they're going to put a lap on him. I didn't even realize that the cars weren't being heard on the screen. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, big trouble. One car on its lid. Ronald Redmond, I think that is on his lid. And there's Telder climbing into it. Drift involved. Well, maybe not. He just went off the track to miss it. But I looked up and one car is up on its lid. Let's see what happens here. Let's roll this beautiful beam footage. It really wasn't beautiful when you look at it, though, unfortunately. 77 up in smoke. Let's see what happens up ahead. Oh, the 77 gets turned and up and over. And the lap car, the 18, is involved also in this. Tyler Catalano kind of... Oh, 52 gets clipped. But the smoke on the 77, that's going to be permanent, looks like, on him. Unfortunate deal. Let's go on board with the 77 and watch that incident there. Hello, Velocity Online Racing. So here's the incident ahead. I wanted to go on board before we did. There we go. One more again. He'll get hooked. Gets that wall and up on his lid, and sparks and everything lands back on his wheels. So for the viewers watching, I always like to have fun with this. When a car lands back on its wheels, we get to vote. Rate that flip. Scale from 1 to 10. Car going back? Oh, that's why. I was wondering why this guy's going backwards. So a lot of sore leads here at lap 6 after caution number 1. And we'll get ready to go back racing. Coy Haslow going to move up to second there. The Moneymaker Motorsports 91 is Sam Fontaine, Matt Zaccardo, Michael Steffen, your top 5. JT watching tonight. Appreciate you watching, sir. Hope you're feeling better. Look at the smoke from that accident. Yes, vomit in the helmet. That is a very fair statement. And there goes Lanosaur back on the pedal to the green flag with Fontaine and Haslow. Got a 7.5 out of JT and flipping awesome. Great. I love it. Great pun. I had nothing to do with that pun, viewers, just FYI. Oh, and around goes the 82 of Jezebowski. And gets clobbered. And gets clipped by drift. And second caution comes out. Let's see how this all goes. If you never watched a modified race, these cars in the Tour mods have only 2 gears. Low gear and high gear. Let's see how this goes. So down front straightaway into turn 1. Oh, got a little loose there on entry. Comes down the back straightaway. Oh, and the 19 clips him. Talbot gets into him and sends him for a lazy spin. 25's going to say, hello, how you doing? Here comes Drift. Kind of clips him. More of a tail whip from Drift. No, I definitely appreciate you guys watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You can check out every time we are on the air. You can also see all the great racing action of the past on our channel since we got started. You can even see some races of me racing. I warn you in advance, you might not want to do that. Just for the sake of might be some adult language in there or two. Ladouceur going to bring him to the green. Fontaine going to be second. Haslow in third. That is a French name, 1, 2, 3. Haslow's French. That is a French name. I could be wrong by that coin. If I am, I'm sorry. Back to green. Here we go. Sam gets the run on the high side here. Comes Grew. Gets a little wide there, that 91 car. That's Haslow going to work the bottom here, side by side. Fontaine, probably the toughest guy to pass in this league. He is the Ryan Newman of the Short Track Super League. Oh, trouble. Andy Moore has gone around in the 45 car. And third caution out, lap 17. You see they went to a single file restart. Ooh, somebody got hit right there. Coming back to the restart here, they did single file. It's something you can actually do in iRacing. Choose to do a single or double file restart. Matthew Telder there in the 2 underneath Talbot. Andy just minding his own business. Ercoloni on the bottom in the 41. He lets him go by. Oh, the 83 gets into him. He just backs into the wall. No harm, no foul. Look out. No harm, no foul. A little bit of damage to the rear. There could be a chair flip later. A little mention to LMCgear.com. Of course, they are the sponsor of the broadcast booth where I do the show from, which is, well, my spare room. You can check out LMCgear.com for great camping and motorcycle gear. Lightweight motorcycle and camping gear.com. That is the website. In case you didn't know how to figure out, or how to hyphenate LMC, that's what it means. Lightweight motorcycle and camping gear.com. So the website's down there in the info page of down at the bottom underneath the screen. You can check that out there. Appreciate Jim Herrick for sponsoring the broadcast booth. All right, going to come back to the green here at lap number 21. Ladouceur, Haslow, Fontaine, Steffen, Zaccardo, top 5. See if they can get a green flag run going here. Not a big field. There's Peyton Talbot back in the 7th position. He's got Mario Ercoloni going to look to his inside pass for 7th. Oh, I thought he went clear for a second there. That angle just kind of scared me. Kind of a gyro cam here. So you see the windscreen there on the front. How quick you get around this track. Modest over at about a 1/10 of a second on Haslow, who's got a 10th on Fontaine, who's got a 10th on Steffen, who's got 2 tenths on Ricardo. A little bit of a 4-car draft, we'll call it. And somebody want to tell Drift he needs to put it in high gear. Jake's going to go a lap down in the 16th position right now. Back here to Peyton Talbot battling the 52 of Richard Benedetto. And caution is out, and I won't mention who it's for, JT, for your sake, but I got to show the replay. It is for Andy Moore. Andy has brought her to pit road. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to be a happy camper. Oh, Andy gets clipped. Saves it there. And then spins it around. Gets her going and then climbs the wall. It finally gets her going. Caution comes out. So Andy not too happy right now, unfortunately for him. Andy's a good dude, known him for years. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure within the next 2.5 minutes we will see Andy Moore appear in to this channel. And there will be a certain thing coming. And I'm just going to look over at my stream the whole time as I go back and forth and just wait for it to happen. '77 cut in front. Cut into the left front of the 18. All right, pace car is in. Here goes the 23 back on it. Nestor and Haslow. Joey's led all 35 laps so far in this race. Pretty good jump. Let's go back here. Nick Jezebowski and Michael Benedetto. Oh, Nick almost made contact with Mike. They're kind of sharp off that corner. Got to be very careful. These corners are very a very tight radius. With a 90, Ken Zames, Mr. I want to start in the back every race. He's the Joe Petrick of this series. I just realized that. Ken Zames, the Joe Petrick of the Short Track Super League. Wants to start in the back and work his way through the field. Steffen here in the 4th position, having a good bounce back race after a little bit of a rough one last hour at the Bristol Motor Speedway in the super late model. Not a good race for him. And I'm looking up here, Coy Haslow has not let Joey go. The Swiss Colony 87 doing a good job here in the 2nd position. Is on board with Coy. See the brake rotor over there to the right. Nice little glow to her. Oh, 23 gets a little loose in the corner. they're going to have to maneuver around drift here in the 14 car. Got to be careful with that apron. This time by. Next week, these tour mods will be over at Bristol. It's their final race of the season, and the super late models at Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola. On iRacing, we'll have the final week of racing for this short track super league. We'll complete our third season with them? Yeah, the third season completed with these guys. That'll be coming up next Thursday night, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It's already been 3 seasons. Wow. Oh, little contact, 87 to 23 there. Come back here to Stefan and his teammates, or actually they're not teammates. That's Ricardo, I was going to say, but Matthew Telder there behind him in the 2 car. Telder's about 1 second back from this battle here, which also features Sam Fontaine. So those two, Fontaine and Stefan, are teammates. Ricardo, not one of the Moneymaker cars, even though his car is very similar painted. Ken Zames running back here in the 7th spot, already up 15 positions. And in this battle here, Logan Frazier inside of Bercolodi. Flips that apron a little bit. And I officially lost that game, by the way, and I predicted Andy would be here in the next 2.5 minutes. Usually Andy does a chair flip by now. And I know why he's not doing a chair flip. He's on track still right now. Andy back here on track. There he is. Way to fight it, Andy. He'll chair flip afterwards, I promise. So this battle has now became a 5-car battle for the lead. And trouble for Mario Ercolodi as cautions come out. A big wreck here. Ercolodi is in it. I think I saw a green car. Yep, Drift is in it. So let's see what transpires here. Mario a little loose there into the corner. Very easy to get this back end squirrely going into these corners, just how sharp the radius is. You can just kind of see how the car slides into the corner especially. Got the 83 coming up behind him here. He's going to move that high side, maybe try a slingshot move here. Back to Mario just loses it. 83 kind of clips him, and then Mario's going to try to get going, and Drift checks up and gets ran over by the 52 and the 19. No, they're definitely not, brother. They're definitely not. Ride with ride with Drift here. He's going to see the wreck up ahead. When he gets loose, trying to check. Oh, there it is, man. He gets clobbered. And he sees that guy up ahead of him, and that guy's probably just shaking his head like, dude. Yeah. So 5th caution, lap 58. There you see the transition gate from the outside to the inside to where the haulers bring the vehicles in, I believe, right there. Which reminds me, I actually started watching Lost Speedways earlier this week with Dale Jr. I'm on the 2nd episode right now, and pretty damn good, I must say. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I won't spoil any of it, but some good stuff so far. Definitely worth the free download of Peacock to watch. Great flying pack out with Ronasur leading Haslow, 31 laps to go. Two-car Telder trying to hold off Fontaine for the fourth position up ahead. Michael Steffen up to third, trying to improve on his best career finish of second. Can he get that victory finally tonight? Well, caution back out. Sixth time tonight, and this one has Richard Benedetto involved. That's actually the one I'm watching right now. I actually got to finish the last couple minutes of it. I still can't believe that accident with that car. It's like, how'd that guy not die? Oh, right there. Gets into the back of the 90 of Zames. Goes into turn 3 and 4. He's going to clip that apron, and it's going to bring the back end around. Very easy to do here. You get that left front tire on the car, and it de-wedges the rear end and makes it very light. And spins the car around like that. I actually, JT, sent a tweet out to them. I'm sure you guys remember when I was doing the captain thing with the 500, I made a mention of the speedway here in Gainesville that is underwater because of Lake Lanier basically taking over the track. I actually sent a tweet out to Matthew Dillon or Dale Jr. about that, and they actually have this track on their mind to come do a Lost Speedway on. So I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. So we could be seeing them in Gainesville here in the near future. I mean, you got a track that was built in 1949, if I remember correctly, back before Lake Lanier even existed. If you don't know what Lake Lanier is, it's the biggest man-made lake in all of America. And it was made because of the Beaufort Dam, which to the south of us, they had to get the water and make a reservoir out of it. It's the world's, that's what it is. World's biggest, or America's biggest man-made reservoir is what it is. And so basically, when they filled it up, the water, they had to find places to put the water and stuff, and unfortunately the track was right in one of the spots, and so the track was covered in water. The 83 here of Logan Frazier inside his Zaccardo is going to take the spot, going to bring Ken Zames with him here with 22 to go. Make the pass. 20 laps to go, and Ledesor has a 3/10 of a second lead. Let's go up here. We're actually watching with Logan Frazier as he tries to make a move on Telder, but you see Zames trying to make a move on him. Kind of all about a 1/10 of a second apart. This is your closest battle on the track right here with these two. Zames doing a great job trying to figure it out. Going to go high, maybe trying to cross him over here off the corner. But he's not able to get the run really. Times have not fallen off at all, really. The leader's about 2/10 off his fastest lap, which was a 13:23. On board with Zames. How much wheel he's putting in. Hands over at about 11 a.m. He's got so much wheel in there. That's what brings the back end around. You get so much wheel into the car that it's sliding, and then all of a sudden, once it gets gripped, the rear end wants to swap. That's what they call the old tight loose. The only way you can counter that is by rolling to the throttle, not just stomping on it. And caution out for the 7th time. Trouble for Peyton Talbot, it looks like. Peyton has taken his car already to the pits in the 19. I don't know if anyone else is involved. All I'm seeing is Peyton Talbot. So let's go and see what happens to him that brings the caution out. Well, he just self-spins. Andy Moore does a nice job missing him. And, well, there's one way to bring it straight to pit road. Just spin into it. Oh, and then he impales himself. Oh, that's one way of ending your race. Just when you think everything's great in life and you're just working your way down the road and all of a sudden a wall reaches out and grabs you. Hello. We were just talking about the Middle Georgia Raceway in Perry, Georgia, and an accident that happened. We won't talk about it because, you know, if you haven't watched an episode of The Lost Speedways, I don't want to spoil it. So, but something similar to that happened. We'll just put it like that. The guy survived somehow. Pace car will go off this time, staying single file. They did say if they do get a caution that brings a green-white checker out, they'll double up again for that, but otherwise going to keep it single file here. Oh, lights have come back on the pace car here, so they've waved off the caution, so that'll be another lap. Again, next time we'll be on the air Saturday night for the USRC Grand National Series from Texas Motor Speedway, 120 laps. Going to be a pretty good-sized field, it looks like. We'll see that at 9:45 Eastern Time as the pace car pulls off and the green flags back out. Ladisor, Haslow, Steffen, Fontaine, and Telder, your top 5. Can anybody do anything with the 23 who has led all the laps tonight? Fontaine got a little out of shape. Here comes Telder to the inside. Now blue number 2. Blue number 2. Blue 2. Boy, Haslow to the back bumper of the 23. Can he do anything with him? Catching him's one thing, passing's another. Now, I can't say in the past Coy has not used his bumper to move somebody. The back straightaway into turn 3. Oh, Telder climbing up the wall in the back straightaway. That's going to hurt his momentum and potentially lose 5th. White flag here from Southern. Ladisor trying to get the win. Coy is on his bumper. Will he see the chrome horn? Into 3, Coy makes a move, and they're into each other. And Haslow's going to come off 4 and steal the win. The bump and run. And Coy gonna park it in victory lane, or right on top of my camera, Coy. Hey. Oh, there's a drive shaft. And Coy decides just to bring it in there and bring it to victory lane. So we'll see how he feels about that. You know, he did wreck him, so you got to say, okay. At least he didn't wreck him, so he gave him the bump and run. Let's go back and look at it. We'll let the viewers decide, is this a malicious move or not? I never see anything wrong with a bump and run. I mean, but at the same time, I'm going to say expect it back in return down the road. So let's watch, though. We get the white flag this time by. Boy's there. He makes an early move into 3 here. And they actually net code each other right there. But the contact is made. Let's see it in slow. I'm going to slow it up here. And we'll go rear chase. So let's see. He's on the inside. He's got the lane. I mean, he dives it in there. I don't know if he necessarily got the lane. But, I mean, when your right front tire is inside the driver, that's netcode. But the contact is made, and Coy makes the pass for the win. It's an interesting way to make a bump and run. I'll call it like that. But Coy Haslow gets the win here at Southern. We'll bring Coy up here, and let's talk to the winner here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Coy Haslow joins us. Coy, interesting way to finish that race. A little bit of net code with a bump and run, so it'll be the first ever net code bump and run I've ever seen. But congratulations on the win, and a nice way to finish your evening.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was some really weird net code. I mean, I've never seen, well, I've seen it, just I've never seen it like that. Wow, half my car was in half of his car. I mean, my right front tire was in his body.
Literally.
Yep.
You impaled him with a rubber tire. Not nice. But no. Yeah. Talk about your strategy there, because obviously I know you probably were trying to wreck him. You were just trying to do what you had to do to win that race. So talk about that last lap move, how you set it all up and stuff.
Well, I mean, Southern National, it's really hard to pass. It's really line sensitive around the bottom. At first it was really loose on entry, so you had to run a lot of front brake bias in it, and then it ended up actually bottoming out a lot. So it was just really hard to get a run on someone. A few times I ran in the back of him. I just got in the gas a little bit sooner than him and ran in the back of him a few times, and then off of 2 on that lap, I had a decent run on him, and I was to his bumper, and I just peeked his inside and got my right front in there a little bit.
Well, congratulations on the win. Send shout out to whoever you like to, Coy.
Thank you. I would like to thank Faster Esports and all my teammates there. Obviously you for broadcasting this and Short Track Super League.
Well done, Coy. Congratulations on your win, and go enjoy your Thursday evening.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Coy Haslow with the win. And let's see, let me get to the right place here. There it is. You would think after all these months of being on Discord, I'd know how to work this thing. I can let's this is gonna be an interesting interview. I'm gonna bring Joey up here, and let's bring Joey up here. Joey, you okay to talk? Let me start with that.
Well, I guess I didn't lead the right one. It is what it is. I mean, that's everyone's got a style of driving, and I wasn't expecting that. I got a few bumpers here and there throughout the race, and that's kind of, that's all good and clean. But he pretty much dive bombed me there, and it wasn't gonna fit. So I mean, right. He made it. That's his deal, but he has to wear his hat, and he can be as proud as he wants to be.
Well, let's look at the positives here. Of course, obviously, you have every right to share your opinion, and we appreciate you keeping it clean, because some people don't. But let's talk about the positives. You went out there and you led every lap, unfortunately, but the last one. But you did a great job tonight. It was your first appearance here, I know, in a long time. Actually, it's the first time I've actually spoke with you this evening and stuff. And but talk about the fun you had out here leading this race, and even in that super late model race.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do more of the leagues with the boys in the dirt on the Monday nights there, but I do a lot of these tour mods and super late models and official races and stuff, and I like them. It's I like these high horsepower, high traction cars, and tonight was pretty challenging. The setup they had made it you couldn't overdrive the corner because the car would wash up. So it had you had to be a little bit patient. And we found some speed early, and we were able to stay up front most of the race. And like I said, there was a few times that that Coy caught me there before we had a caution or something else. He might have had a run there at those points, but at the end, like I said, it is what it is. But it's if that was a real car, it'd have cost us a fortune right there. But it is what it is.
Well, we do congratulate you on a second place finish, and as we like to do with our drivers, you can send shout out to whoever you like to.
Well, I'd like to thank all the boys at Moneymaker. They've welcomed me into their little group here. I'm like the redheaded stepchild that kind of joined the party late, but they've been real good with me. And
you are now? I thought it was me.
Well, anyway, whatever, however we want to put it. But no, it's been fun. We've been chatting, and it changes the dynamic of the whole iRacing rather than just racing against a bunch of strangers. Mm-hmm. So I'm really enjoying it, and glad to find a little group here, and hopefully we keep it going.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, nice job. Congratulations on, I know it's a P2, but congratulations on the laps led and stuff, and glad you had a good time tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in the near future.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate Joey joining us. I know that's not the easiest kind of interview to do, and great job on his part keeping that, I guess, censored, for lack of a better way of putting it, because I've known of people that can easily throw some other kind of bombs out there, if you know what I mean. I think it happened a few weeks ago, as a matter of fact. Anyways, let's, hey, the boss man finishes third. Let's get him up here. Mr. Stefan, the boss man, the guy that does all my graphics and things like that. He's a hard-working dude. He's a DJ. And knows how to play the ones and twos, the wheels of steel, all that different stuff. And he knows how to finish third here at Southern. Nice job, Mike.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, 2 in a row here. Tough to see that on the last lap. Didn't have anything for him after that last restart. But, it was a good run. Such a rhythm track for me. Got a little tight in the middle a couple times. But just holding off Sam there. But, yeah, no, this track just kind of speaks to me.
Seems like it was a little bit of loose entry, too. Did that loose entry and maybe the overcompensation of trying to keep the wheel straight into the corner maybe cause that push?
It might have been more of a tire thing. It wasn't too bad on entry. It's just really, you had to be really touchy on the brake there to get in right. It was just, I think tires were falling off a little bit, and I just had to really get down lower, be more patient on the throttle coming off.
Well, you did a great job this evening, man, and we appreciate everything you do. I appreciate everything you've done, and we've definitely continued to help as much as I can help you grow this league. But this has mainly been you. I know you're working on a new series with ARCA next season and stuff. We won't get into details. We'll let that escalate when it gets here. This is your chance. Send shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Yeah, no worries. Moneymakers Motorsports, all the boys there, and that's about it for tonight.
His name on Discord is Mike Stefan 669 is slow. He is not slow at Southern. He's fast. So nice job, Mike. Congratulations, bud.
Yes, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Mike Stefan there finishing in the third position, the boss man as we like to call him. But yeah, Mike is the guy. He sends me all the graphics, all the music you hear. He puts that together with help from Michael Benedetto and so on and so forth. The logos you see on the screen, that's all him. He does all this work. So anyways, we're going to get out of here from there, and we are going to go take a day off because there's no BPRL race for another month. We'll be back Saturday night for the USRC Grand National Series, which, might or might not, because it's not official yet, have an announcement coming with it by the end of the week. So I'm actually going to go talk to somebody right now about it. So we'll see how it all works out and more, but hopefully we'll have that for you. We will have the race for you no matter what coming up on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Should be some fun Grand National racing at Texas Motor Speedway in the Xfinity car. 120 laps of racing and only 3 sets of tires. So do the math on that one. That should be a lot of fun. So anyways, we're out. Hopefully enjoy your Thursday evening and enjoy your Friday also as we go into the weekend, the first weekend of the month of March, and the final weekend before the clocks go ahead for an hour, which means we lose an hour of sleep. So start catching up on sleep now because you're going to lose an hour in a week. Just going to put that out there now. That is my public service announcement tonight. With that said, I'm out. Have a great night. Enjoy your Thursday. And remember, this isn't just a game. This is iRacing. See you.
Get strong. Get strong.